Once upon a time, in 1823, there was a guy named Joseph Smith who claimed he was praying one night when a brilliant, bright light appeared in his room, which turned out to be an angel who Joseph said introduced himself as Moroni. Moroni quoted a lot of scripture and told him that there was a record of ancient Christian people written on some golden plates that were buried on a hill in a stone box only a few miles away from Joseph's home. Moroni told Joseph he wasn't supposed to show the plates to anyone or he would be destroyed. And he also mind melded with Joseph to show him exactly the spot where they were buried. Then the angel disappeared, leaving Joseph in darkness once again. Wowza. What a revelation, right? Well, then suddenly the room was full of light again, and the same angel continued to say all of the exact same messages like some kind of rehearsed performance. But this time, Moroni added a little note about great judgments that were coming to earth. And then he left again, leaving the room in darkness. Joseph was reeling from all of this, so imagine his surprise when Moroni came back again and repeated the whole thing for a third time. But this time, Moroni added a note about how Satan was going to try to tempt Joseph about using the plates for getting rich, but Joseph was not going to be able to access the plates until his heart was purely in it just for building God's kingdom, blah, blah, blah. This was a fair note, considering Joseph Smith was actually quite a little scamp or scoundrel, and he was into folk magic and treasure hunting and always trying to find a way to make a quick buck. In Joseph's defense, he was pretty freaking poor. But then the angel left finally for good, just as the cock crowed the morning. So then that morning, Joseph was trying to go about doing his daily chores, but he was exhausted as all hell and he passed out in the grass. Then he wakes up hearing someone calling his name, and it's the angel from last night again who proceeds to relay to him the exact same long-ass message from last night that he had told him already 3 times. It feels like the angel is employing a torture technique at this point. So Joseph goes to the spot where the angel told him these plates are buried, and it's on a hill called Hill Camorra. There's a big rock. He moves it out of the way, and he finds the stone box and opens it and sees the golden plates, and he goes to grab them, but then the angel Moroni appears and is like, you can't have them now. Come back on this exact day next year. So Joseph returned on the same day in 1824, but again, the angel appeared and told him not to take them, but to come back in exactly a year. So Joseph returned on the same day in 1825, but again, the angel told him not to take them, but come back in exactly a year. So Joseph returned on the same day in 1826, but again, the angel told him not to take them, but to come back in exactly a year. So Joseph returned on the same day in 1827, and the angel was like, all right, you're finally ready. Joseph went on to translate these plates, which became what is now the Book of Mormon, and Joseph said that the angel eventually came down and took the plates back from him in May 1838, so they're gone from the earth. So what do you think? Is Joseph's account believable? Would you be taken in by Mormonism? I spent most of my life believing in the divine prophecy of this account, as I was a devout Mormon. If you're wondering more about what is in the Book of Mormon, I have a series on my YouTube channel where I tell you the stories of the Book of Mormon, but in a fun way. Go check it out. And if you thought this video was interesting, feel free to follow along for more Mormon/religious talk. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I love you. Bye!